Good mornings. So gave thanks to my auntie, gave thanks to my mom. And Shampoo, ever since my auntie, Shampoo, I talk a lot more to my mom. But it's kind of like, cause you know how some churches you gotta talk to the minister to talk to God or whatever, you know. So it's kind of like that. So it's like I talk to my Aunt Carolyn to talk to my mom. It's crazy. Anyways, Shampoo, good morning. Mm. So I was looking at these things, right? There's Asian bones. So in other countries, um, there's people that believe in psychic ability. Did it? Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that there's people out there that believe in psychic ability? Like, what do they do to their people in other countries? Like, I know my mom would be like, she's like, I believe it, but it's only for like the very few or whatever. That's something that you just really see on TV. Um, but I was thinking about that, and I'm like, I was like, Mom, I think there's like, and I'm thinking about my Aunt Carolyn too, and like grandma and stuff like that. And I'm like, I think there are people that actually believe in psychic ability. I believe that there's actual people that are allowed to talk about it, you know what I'm saying? And not, conditioned to not talk about psychic ability. Like, what country lets their people believe in psychic ability? What country does that? Hey, Sean, what country lets their people believe in fairy tales like that? You know? Because I know like we we kind of were like limited to talk about it. We were kind of like we were guided by God to keep us from talking about psychic ability because God gives us uh, chores to do. Like if you think too much, that's the reasons why I was very blessed on being able to be cleaning because I just call myself that way um, and stuff. So I didn't know that. Did you guys know that there was a Champon? People in other countries, they let them talk about psychic ability like that. They don't get harmed. God doesn't punish them. They don't get zapped in the head or anything. They don't no little zappy poo in the head. Nothing. They don't. God doesn't punish them for that. That's weird. That's crazy. I don't know. I thought that was crazy. I thought that was crazy. Um, I've never really met anybody that believes, that kind of stuff. You know, like psychic ability and stuff. Like everyone I've kind of known, they you know, they're like no. Oh, except like the one people, like when I was in that town being held for almost a year, because God wanted me there. God wanted me at that town. That wasn't psychic ability that was holding me. That was God. You like it this big? God punished me. God punished me. And I asked God, I was like, why am I around a whole bunch of Trumpers? God, that doesn't make any sense to me at all. But God wanted me to sit there and not think or reach out to anybody asking for help. So I was, God kept me there for about a year. A long time. You know? A long time. Uh, um, yeah. They call, like out there in Arizona or whatever, they call us the Muggle people. We're called, I didn't know that. I didn't know like there was parts of America, Shampoo, that calls us Muggles. Do you guys know what a Muggle is? Asian Boy, does anybody know what a muggle is? Muggles are non-mystical creatures. So I guess people that are mystical, they're all mystical or whatever. But for us, first off, I don't think we like the name of muggle. But you know, we were kind of like forced not to really think about it or talk about psychic ability. So how are you going to look at families that don't believe in these things or talk about them because you're forced not to? So how is it that you think the Muggle people chose to be non-mystical? So not all of us come from a community or a town where we believe in mind's eye. We believe in energy and doing these things. Some of us are forced to believe it's not real. So so for the ones, Shonpones, for the ones that are raised, right? With energy fields and mind body and learning your subconscious of your mind, tethering to the minds of people in different forms of hypnosis, right? Right? Okay? The ones that look at the Muggle people and make fun of us because I'm sure whatever community or group that you're connected to, your ancestors, I'm pretty sure, assisted with the depowerization of mind. But instead of looking at my family and being like, it's our job to get these people into their power. It's our job to get these people to be mystical and knowing they could self-heal. Instead, God wanted me to stay in that town and listen to, yes, that's right, how people look down and make fun of muggles. You know what? You know what? You know what? I think I think everyone should go to Sedona, Arizona. I think everyone should. Every person needs to go to Sedona, Arizona, Shampoo. Everyone. For every one of the Americans that come from a family that's never believed in psychic ability, for every American, Shampoo, forced, forced, forced to do jobs that they don't like just to make sure that their family survives. I think I think you guys should go to our leaders, Sean Bones, and you go to Sedona, Arizona, and you give them the biggest hugs and kisses. But I advise you, okay? If you are in a relationship with a black man or a woman or a Latino or an Indian, Sean Bones, right? I think it's okay with Indian. I think it's okay. But if you're somebody that loves black, Sean Bones, I wouldn't go to Sedona if you want to continue loving black people, okay? Okay? Hey, Shampoo, okay? Because, you know, the levels of hypnosis and zappy poos and you want it this big. Shampoo. But however, if you have relatives that you want to get away from, black people. Sedona's the spot where you go. Okay? Okay. All right, lovins? Okay? Okay? All right? Okay, lovins? Is it good? Are we good? Sean Pons? You guys should go on, I think it's like the I think it's the Devil Walk or whatever. I never made it there. I never made it there. I didn't really make it too far around in Sedona. God wanted me placed in front of the people to make sure that they could hold me with their love. Oh my gosh. And then they can make fun of the muggles. Oh. So my mom couldn't self-heal. My mom couldn't do energy fields. My mom couldn't heal herself because the world that she was raised in, she was forced to be depowered, along with the rest of my family. So, Sedona, my lovins, there's some of us in America that are touchy when you say muggle people, okay? There's some of us who have lost loved ones because you mystical ones want muggles to play with. Sedona, so before you yell at me and say you want it this big and put me down for loving black men, okay? Okay? Before you do that, right? And then I have to pretend like it's all God holding me there, okay? All right? Champones, do you guys hear me? Do you guys hear me? Mysticals? Mysticals, mysticals, mysticals. You guys hear me? So, right? So when you say muggle people, you're talking about my family, Champones, okay? When you, right? When you get to decide and choose that you could pull somebody to your town to rewire them to not like black people, Champones, or because I put too much pedestal on black people, because in my reality, I viewed black people as kind of like my savior a little bit. I believe, Champon, I had black angels that taught me to love other people. This is honestly what I believe. It's a true thing in my reality that black people helped me become a better person and that guided me to love all people. But other people seen how much I would defend and protect the honor or that of a black person. That what did they say? They said that black people are evil too. And I was like, I know there's good and bad people. You don't need to go above and beyond here, puppies. There's good and bad people everywhere. You know. Did you know the reasons why I call out to Jesus as much as I do, or the way that I have a belief system of Jesus Christ the way I do, is because Christians that are colored, papas, that I pretty sure they identify as black. So important. And you guys told me that black people are really evil. Just like even with the Christians. It's some poems. Everything in the world to turn me against black people, Bobby. It was bad. It was really, really bad. It was really bad. These people, Champon, they praise Jesus. These people, they hail Krishna. These people praise Tibetan monks. These people praise Satan. These people praise a lot of creation. And when they're doing the greater evil on you, they don't want to take credit for what they're doing. They want to give it to somebody else. So they'll say, it's Lucifer, Satan. Oh my gosh, it is so cute. It is so, so cute. So, Shampon. So when things are going good in my life, it's Satan doing the good. And then when things are going bad, it's going stuff. You guys need to go to Sedona so bad, guys. You guys have to go. Hey, Shampon, if you have never, Papa, oh, Shampon, if you have never seen the way that, Shampon, you can learn hypnotizing, rewiring of the subconscious of the mind, Shampon, my goodness, you can teach people, Shampon, to stay away from black people because they're evil. But that part's not the Lucifer. They do that out of their joy of their heart because they hate when black people look like the savior. Oh God, it's hard. Hey, Shampons, you guys should go to Sedona. Shampon, it's very beautiful. Oh my God, it is so good. God bless. You guys should go to a little coffee shop. Go to Cathedral Mountain. Go out in the desert. God, what else should you do? What else should you do? What else you should do? Hey, Shampon, learn how you could turn people against black people and get backed and supported by your government to do it. I love you guys so much. You guys got to try out Sedona for real. Hey, Shampon, it's the best place in the world, Shampon. Especially for muggles. Hey, Shampon. The ones that don't know energy works, or the ones that get zapped and you get tormented by, children that are in their power and stuff. Shampon, you guys gotta go there. I'm telling you, psychic ability isn't real. Hey, Shampon, I've been telling everybody. But they don't listen to me, Papi. They don't, Shampon, they don't listen to me. I tell everybody it's not real. So, hey, Shampon. I mean, who wants to do some fairy tale and believe that you could heal yourself? Shampoo, fantasy worlds.